9 KGRT, that's Dan and Shay. Glad you exist.
Time now for the question of the day.
Yes, my friends, it is Monday, another week, and another question for the day. And our question of the day comes from the fact that, Andy Warhol once said that you have 15 minutes of fame. And a lot of people would like to be famous, rich and famous, basically rich. I'd like to be rich. Famous, I can work on, But our question of the day for you today, it's one of those little speculation things, makes you think a little bit. If you could be famous for anything, what would it be? Would you be a famous songwriter? Would you be a famous race car driver? Would you be a famous mom? I don't know. That would be a pretty good one right there. I don't know. Well, if you could be famous for anything, this could be absolutely anything, what would it be? Could you be famous as a crazy cat lady? Not talking about anybody in particular right there. I'm just saying that right away. But if you could be famous for anything, what would you like to be famous for? What would it be? That is our question of the day. Maybe get those brain juices flowing on a Monday morning. So go ahead and let me know your answers. You can call those in on our hotline, 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. You can text those in as well. Yeah, text messaging is up and running. So definitely you can send those text messages in. And also, of course, since we are live on our social media pages, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, go ahead and leave your comments below. And that way we can find out your answers for our question of the day. If you could be famous for anything, what would it be? Let me know your answers to our question of the day. All right, exclusively up on our social media pages right now. And I don't know. If I had to be I'll be honest with you. If I were to be famous, I would like to be a famous musician. That would be it. A famous bass player right there, because I play bass. I love playing bass. I love music, everything else like that. I don't play as much as I used to. Definitely not playing as much as I should right now. But yeah, I think that would be my dream. That was my dream as a kid. And if I could be famous for anything, that would be it. Although, maybe inventing the world's best pizza would be a second option. That is a good option for me, I think. But what would it be for you if you could be famous for anything, or maybe even a couple of things? What would it be? Let me know your answers. You can always call those in still on our hotline, 575-523-KGRT. You can always, of course, just leave your comments on our social media pages here. Like I said, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and of course, text messaging as well. You can go ahead and text in those answers to our question of the day. Absolutely. So go ahead. Once again, let me know your answers to our question of the day. And while we're waiting for a few of those answers, let's take a look at what is going on in and around the world. Let's see. Netflix has been averaging about 100,000 new daily signups since they started cracking down on password sharing on May 23rd. The company says that over 100 million people are accessing their service through borrowed passwords. Well, I thought if you were in the same household, that would be shared passwords right there. It does allow you to do that. But, I'm not going to argue with them. Also, Chick-fil-A is testing a new maple bacon chicken sandwich. Wow. The chicken is topped with lemon herb marinade and pepper jack cheese. It sits in a maple brioche bun. Wow. That sounds good. Where can I test that? Oh, Chick-fil-A. Yeah, that's right. Also saw that a new survey by mobile network provider Smarty reveals that 20% of people say they are too lazy to hunt for bargains. Bargain hunters believe they save an average about $261 per year by looking for good deals. Yeah, I can believe that. And apparently, Newsweek magazine says there's going to be a Wheel of Fortune spinoff for children that is in the works. The new version will include physical and comedic challenges that help students learn while playing the game. Interesting. And if you are a fan of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson sitcom Young Rock, hate to tell you, but after 3 seasons, it looks like it is going to be canceled there. And that That's kind of sad. I heard a lot of people like that show, and it's pretty darn interesting. Is it factual? No. Is it entertaining? Of course it is. It's kind of like wrestling in itself. So that's cool. And a quick look at the box office for the weekend. Transformers Rise of the Beast was the number one at the box office, 60.5 million. The film cost about 200 million to produce, earned about 110 million overseas for a grand total of 170.5. The film had a 52% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. But to me, all of the Transformers movies are just movies you like to go just to watch things kind of blow up on there. Although I heard this one was actually pretty good. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse still in there, making about 55 million. Little Mermaid at 22 million. Guardians of the Galaxy at 7 million. And The Boogeyman rounded out the top 5 at $6.9 million for the box office. And so, once again, we are asking that question. If you could be famous for anything, what could it be? Amy says she has no idea. Once again, I'm not saying that you could be famous cat lady or anything else like that, or perhaps famous for hallucinations, but, there are options there. I'm just saying. I've known Amy for a long time. I can get away with that, I hope. But once again, what are your answers for our question of the day? I know maybe making our brain juices flow a little bit too much for a Monday morning, but if you get your coffee, should be good to go. If you could be famous for anything, this could be anything, what would it be? I'd like to write a really good song. That would be it. That's what I'm going to, that would be my goal, I think, just to write a really good song and be famous for that. Let me know your answers. Of course, call them in, text them in, or just leave your comments below for our question of